Alright, Genesis versus Northern Gaming. The favorites against the underdogs. What stories did I say I would tell? I'll tell all the stories, don't worry. Did Mike Garrett's mom get along really well? I only talked to her one time. She was really nice. They're just so happy. So proud of their children. Crowd seemed near silent in the stream. The crowd was so loud. The crowd was ridiculous. Oh, what up, Darkfire? How you doing? Video, audio could be louder. That's what you guys are here for. You let me know these things. Did I know the stuff about Mike? Yep. Look at these guys. They're all like so secretive. I wanna highlight. Like Espion, he streams a face cam, so people who watch his stream knows what he looks like. Quinn is like so secretive of his appearance, so like this is funny, right? When we were at the players venue, or the players hotel on Wednesday, so I arrived at the players hotel with Mike and Marky and Cuxer, and we were pretty late, and you know everybody was so nice. They came to say hello. We got to meet people that we'd never met before, and then like later than us was Scrubkilla. So Scrubkilla comes in to the players lounge, and he he just walks in, jaws on the floor, and he's just wide-eyed. He's like looking at all these people. He's like, everybody's so big. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? And then like me and Marky were sitting beside each other. We were like, hey Scrub, what up, dude? Gave him a fist bump. He's like starstruck because he's a massive Marky fanboy. He's like, who are you to me? He didn't know who I was. And then next to me is Quinn, like right here. This is Quinn Lobdell. And Scrub just, looks at him and Quinn says, hey Scrub, what up? It's Quinn. And then Scrub's like, you're Quinn? What? He couldn't believe it was Quinn. I don't know what like picture he had of Quinn in his head, but it wasn't the actual Quinn, the LAN boy Lobdell. So that's Quinn. He's a great guy. I had a great time. And then we got Maestro. Nobody knows what this guy looks like. We come to the LAN, and oh, that scared me so much. Drakova, thanks for the sub. That really scared me. But anyway, we've got Maestro here. Look at this guy. Look at him. Just look at this guy. Wait, where am I on my face cam? I'm looking the right way. No, I'm like, look at this way. Look at him. He's like the most handsome of all the pro players, and he's never revealed his face. I was like expecting some crusty little nerd to come up and be like, hi, I'm Maestro. And I was like, see this guy? Comes and introduces himself like, hey Johnny, I'm Maestro. I was like, whoa, this guy is like way too handsome. So we weren't ready for Maestro. I don't think anybody was ready for Maestro. There he is. I'm going to buy him a face cam if he doesn't buy one himself. Get some Kappa pride in the chat for this guy. Honestly, what a babe. What an absolute babe. Yeah, I had no idea what Maestro looked like. These guys all come up and say hello to me at the players hotel because they all know me because I stream the face cam. Because I'm smart. You know, the face cam gets you the viewers, gets you the follows, gets you the Kappa pride. Who was the most crusty looking pro player? I can't say that. That's way too harsh. He plays Rocket League with his Calvin Klein on. Johnny Crush is super hard, let me tell you. Dude, Soda Poppin' on his stream, right, I'm going to pause this. Soda Poppin' on his stream, he was talking about the RLCS, and he was saying, day one RLCS. For those of you who don't know, Soda Poppin's like a really big streamer, 500,000 followers or something like that, and he used to play World of Warcraft. I think he still does. He's like a massive streamer. He owns Northern Gaming, the team that Maestro, Greasy, and Remco now play for. So he's paying their salary, and he'd never seen them either. And he was talking on his stream like, what did he say? He said, yeah, I was watching my boys Northern Gaming. They're at the LAN, and they're crushing it. They're doing really well. I won't spoil the scores, but they're doing good. He's really happy. But even better than that, he says, like live on stream in front of 30k viewers, it's like they're the best looking team I've ever seen. And then he's like, Maestro, there's things that I would do to Maestro that would make this stream no longer be PG-13. So yeah, you can go find the VOD. It was hilarious, and that I got a picture. It's on my Twitter. Well, I'll go find it for you because I was having a good time with this. So I was tweeting throughout the event for anybody who didn't follow me. You missed out. I had some epic tweets. Yeah, so I just go tweet this at Soda Pop, and this guy's so handsome. You jelly, bro. And yeah, Soda Pop, and he was jelly. He was jelly. Maestro's pretty handsome. He's gonna get all the grills. But anyway, I digress. Oh, what up, Quilliam? How you doing, man?
I think they have a fair chance. Man, it's like they're all looking hot. Watching the scrims and everyone's looking good. We're gonna see some hype stuff. Yeah, it's just a matter of like.
That ain't true. Northern were not looking hot. They got ruined in scrims actually. They were terrible. They were terrible. Genesis were alright. They were also not looking too great. But I mean, nobody expected Genesis to look that good. They were like the biggest underdog coming into this. But I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna mind me telling that Northern got beaten 6 games out of 7 by Kings of Urban on stream, on stage the day before this day that we're watching from. What this was like, this was the Saturday 6th of August. This stream or this VOD. So Friday 5th, Kings of Urban scrimmed Northern on stage and they won 6 out of 7 games. So Northern were not looking good. Oh, Rizzo. Feels bad man with a gun. I met Rizzo in LA amongst other people. He's a chill dude. We bumped into him at the airport as well. That was pretty fun. He was hanging out with Gibbs. We had to go catch our plane. Yeah, Rizzo, I see you got your name changed. That's pretty awesome. Leaf, as usual, can't resist talking about the cars and how wonderful they are. I love Leaf. He's good. Bang! Okay, so I don't know what Remco is trying to do with that hit, because he like almost hit it straight into Pluto. You can see Pluto on the wall, his natural habitat. Damn, I'm sounding American. Remco could have shot it lower to make it awkward for Pluto, because if you see somebody on the wall up high and you shoot it underneath them, then the only way they can really clear it is down, and by doing so it's usually going to go center. So it's a bit unusual that Remco, you know, actually slowed down his boost and angled his car to put the ball high. I mean, it's the Weedham girls' way, now the Northern Gaming way. They like to put the ball really high off the backboard. Works well against most teams, but you know, Pluto's quite good at defending that. But for me, I mean, no matter how badly Northern Gaming were doing the day before this, like no matter how badly they're doing in scrims, and no matter how hot Genesis are looking in scrims, like Genesis could have won every scrim, Northern could have lost every scrim. It doesn't matter. As soon as they go on stage, Northern are the favorites because they are the team with the tournament success, the individual skill, the teamwork. You know, these guys have been at the top level for the longest time now. One of the most successful teams in Rocket League history. So if you notice how the teams are posturing right here, they're both sitting back quite far. Look at the deep rotations. Oh, Meister with an accidental hit. Look at the deep rotations from Remco in particular, but also from, you know, lesser so from Maestro and Greasy. Usually you'll see Greasy and Maestro and Remco also, to a lesser extent, like pushing up all 3 of them into the opposition team's half, but that's not the case right now, because they really don't want to lose a goal. But what do we see Genesis do? The exact same thing. Deep rotations, kind of sitting back, letting the other team take a hit. Nobody's being too aggressive, and I think that that's a misplay on Genesis' game plan. Like, Genesis should be starting off this game as if they are losing, right? I'm going to just pause to make this point because I think it's really important. When you go into the stage as an underdog, you need to hit the favorites hard. You need to be aggressive and take it to them. So I feel like as soon as I saw 2 minutes of pretty passive play from both teams, I was not feeling too good about Genesis' chances, because that's just, you know, giving Northern more and more time to get comfortable and find their shots, hit their, you know, high aerials like they're so good at, just like we saw Greasy right here. Finding that open net, just beating SP onto the ball, that's going to happen. I really feel like Genesis should have started this game and had the mindset that you're 2 goals down with 40 seconds left. Like that, you know? Just start the game with all guns blazing, take it to them. If you can, you know, it's not going to work every time. In fact, most of the time it's probably going to backfire. But hey, most of the time Northern Gaming are going to beat you if you're Genesis. So I think their best shot to really rattle Northern was to just be super aggressive, throw everything at them, go for shots that they don't expect you to go for. And then, you know, if you do get a goal or 2, they might get completely tilted out of this world, because this is a LAN. Yeah, not the greatest clear by Pluto. Espeon could have gotten a cleaner flight path to it. You notice how he was snaking a little bit.
Northern Gaming. We're going to see now if that momentum carries forward. We're going to see Northern Gaming may use this.
Is Fashy gonna quit the pro scene? I don't know, dude. I doubt it.
And they're pushing for another one.
Rocket League's like a drug to these guys. They can't escape it.
To pull this one back. Well, blocked out from Espion there, but he does get a flip out. No one followed that up, but a shot potentially from Quinn.
That was a great fake by Pluto. Quinn really could have scored that if he put it further away from the goalkeeper. But then, like, this is what I mean. Like, Genesis just have to be more aggressive. Notice what Pluto did right here. Notice what Pluto did. Right as he hits this ball up the wall. Notice right here. This is something I see from Pluto a lot. He tries to bump people off walls. And I feel like if he'd flipped here, he would have got Greasy. If you look at him. See, you just saw him. He barely missed Greasy. Quinn nearly scoring as well. But that's actually really smart. Pluto does that a lot. He tries to bump people off the wall, which is super effective because they go flying out of control. They have to like boost back onto a surface to get back on their wheels.
Lots of time. Greasy though with another shot to Remco, tries to get the pop. Espion in the way. Northern Game with another shot, but stopped out once again by Espion.
Did I talk about Mike yet? Nope. Oh man. Genesis really taking it to Northern right here. I remember I was in the crowd. I was cheering for Genesis because I like the underdog story. Genesis, Espion, Pluto, Quinn. They're all my boys. So, you know, I wanted them to make a close series out of this for sure. I'm not going to lie. And, you know, Pluto really could have scored that. There's definitely been some shots going just astray. This time, Pluto getting beaten to the ball by Maestro. First we had Espion getting beaten by Greasy, now Pluto getting beaten by Maestro. Like, Northern are just so quick. The frame drop is very real. I don't see any frame drops on my end. Is that just for you guys? My coaching is under scrutiny. Well, my coaching got these guys to the LAN. But, you know, they worked hard. They deserved it.
Back fast with a shot almost going on that angle from Maestro, just going off the crossbar. Greasy keeping the pressure on. Nice little back pass there to Remco, getting drop it in. Pluto with a good save there. Off the backboard.
Oh, hey Flarky, how you doing, man? No drops? Good stuff, good stuff. That's what we like to see. That's like, oh, what? I don't remember that goal. It's pretty nuts. What a finish, what a bullet from Maestro, who, by the way, did finish off the event as the top scorer for Northern. Played very well. We had the biggest biceps at the LAN. I don't know, actually. Nobody was, like, properly built, you know? Like, massively built. Yeah, Northern must be feeling pretty comfortable at this point. You know, they had a couple of close shaves, but all in all, they've had, you know, by far more pressure than Genesis have. Kirk's MVP? I think MVP was... It's really hard to say. Somebody on IVP. I think Over Zero got the LAN MVP. It's difficult to say. I'll pay attention to the reviews and I'll pick somebody from IVP probably. Definitely. How's Latch's mom, Kappa? She was, you know, nice. All of the parents were very, very nice. Turbo's dad was probably the funniest, because turns out he owns land in Scotland, which is pretty cool, because I'm from Scotland. He's a lord of Scotland, because he owns land here. Still the pressure on from Northern Gaming. They want more. They want those stats. They really do. Right now it's just raw speed. Weedham Girls is beating Genesis to a lot of contests. And they're even Findable Carp is right. You know, first two goals was definitely just the speed of Northern being too much. Going to Northern Gaming in this set. Yeah, Turbo's dad was great. He was great. So strong right off the bat, but again, first game nerves. You don't know exactly how yeah, Pluto definitely looks a bit different. He's very lanky. You're also from Scotland? Wow, we have so much in common. And they're going to be coming out strong in game 2. So what do you think then Genesis has to do to pull back from that 4-0? Genesis needs to pick up the speed and have a little bit more confidence. They were sitting back a little bit too much in their own half, even when they were clearing it. The one thing you'll see Weedham Girls do is they're always ready. As soon as they see, they have confidence in their own defenders. There's the Greasy Meister in the middle, Remco on the left.
someone's gonna follow
The
suit.
little,
They're
he's
already
like
up
the
for
little
it.
edgy guy in the boy band. Like people are calling them the boy band, the Weedem boy band, if you will, or Weedem girl band. I don't know which you prefer, but he's like the little edgy teenager. Even though he is actually the oldest, I believe he's 21. You know, he's got that little Justin Bieber haircut, and then Greasy's got the good old like vertical, I guess, wave going on. Greasy's hilarious. He was a lot of fun.
So they're already starting to get ready to chase it down, and they're going to be right up in your face immediately. They're not going to let you contest. Beyond pressure, it's those reads, as we saw of that amazing wall read off there. That's huge to stay 2 steps to your opponent every time, and it just you can get in the head if you're just they're not able to get any clears even. Yeah. How do you play against something like that when you're on defense all the time? It's tough. I mean, again,
You thought Crow looked best in IBP? Crow was great. Crow was very good player at the LAN. Definitely a LAN boy. Did you miss the story time? The story time's like, it's throughout. I'll dabble the stories in. Don't worry.
I know Pluto to make some amazing long shots. Hopefully we're going to see a little more of those come out of him and just capitalize and
Do I have my emotes integrated in Discord? I don't know how to do that, but I'll definitely look into it.
Yeah, Genesis definitely has the potential. We saw some really good mechanical plays, some good opportunities. It was just
Hyde Spencer, thanks for the kind words. I'll definitely keep it up, bro.
But if they can continue to put the pressure on, they have a really good shot at this. Game number 2.
What a play from Remco and Espeon. You see the LAN jitters happening. Just double whiff, no problem.
Up into the air, quick to try to put that on target, but a little bit too soft. Now a 1v2. This is an open net.
What surprised me the most about the LAN? That's a difficult question.
And then Espeon tried to read the touch, but it actually wasn't coming as fast as he thought. Maestro had a nice easy cruise.
I mean, a lot of things surprised me. I guess one of the biggest surprises was, like, this is gonna sound cocky, but like I didn't expect so many people to know who I was. If you know what I mean? Oh, Pluto's been missing a shot spike just this much, but that's just not good enough.
Sometimes you just gotta take that extra quarter second to make the shot. I know it's tough and it's stressful, but hitting that.
I'll be doing IVP versus Northern tomorrow, probably.
Stressful is an understatement in this situation, as they're on stage right now. But a shot just a little bit
Remco just falling out the sky in the perfect position right there. Do I think I'll be part of the casters next RLCS? I certainly hope so. I think that there was some forum post that said that the next RLCS is going to be in Europe, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I certainly hope it is. That would be cool. Humble brag. I know, but it's true. I didn't expect so many people to know me. Like, I thought that like all the people I'm friends with online would know me, obviously, but there was just a lot of other people as well, like coming up and saying, "Hey Johnny, I'm one of your subs." I was like, I did not expect that, you know? Didn't expect my subs to be at the LAN for some reason, even though it makes perfect sense. Oh, what a save by Quinn. Quinn just getting a big panic attack when he sees this. He's just like, watch Quinn. Ah! He's just like, ah, mate, to the moon. Maestro like barely touched it a second time, but it's enough to throw off Quinn, who just was expecting more, I think. I thought he expected Maestro to smash that. Was I surprised no subs were used? No, not at all.
Remco, Maestro now pushing up for another one. 2-0 for Northern Gaming. Pluto Espeon in defense, waiting for Quinn to get back.
I think the LAN was great. I think LAN was, you know, I had high expectations of the LAN. That's why I went. I like, you know, made my own way there. There's a lot of, you know, all the players and the casters, they get sent there, and all the Twitch people and the broadcasting team, they get sent there, the parents and everybody. But you know, I just went because I was like, I'm not missing this, and I had really high expectations, or I wouldn't have, you know, spent all that money to go. But even then, even though I had super high expectations, the LAN like exceeded those expectations tenfold. It was incredible. Man, what a save by Remco! Hold up, what? Oh, I remember this actually. I have no idea what Remco is saying. Maybe they're just feeling really comfortable. They're like, mine, I've got it, and then bang, Remco just. What? I don't know.
We'll see if they get another one here. Pass one defender, not the next. Only 2 up, still halfway through.
Shouldn't be a problem, mate. Like, I've got bills to pay. Like, I'm not rich. Don't worry. I'm definitely not rich. Not yet.
same on both sides. When Northern Gaming's clearing out of their half, you'll see.
Do you think Marquee under-delivered? Well, yeah, because they didn't win. Like, they were not going to accept anything less than first, and they didn't get it, so, you know, they're going to be the first to tell you that they underperformed. How can Genesis find an opportunity to attack when Northern is just so fast to the ball? It's mostly about just hitting the ball into places that are a little bit more difficult for Northern to deal with. Because Northern, the reason that they're first to the ball isn't because their cars are faster than Genesis cars. The cars are the same speed. It isn't because Northern have got, you know, all the boost. Sometimes that's the case, but the main reason why Northern are always first to the ball is because when they set up the ball off the backboard, the reason they're doing that is because it's difficult for the other team to defend, and it's really, you know, intuitive and easy for them to attack. Quinn the LAN boy Lobdell. Nice goal. I'm not sure where Maestro went. Maybe he thought the ball was going to roll up the wall, but Quinn getting the first goal. He actually scored the most, I believe, for Genesis. Oh no, did he? Most equal, perhaps? I can't remember.
Quinn Lobdell was there for it. Minute 15 left, only one goal down. Genesis, that's got to feel good, man. For them.
This should be a goal. Like, that should be definitely a shot. Look at this. It's just like, oh my goodness, this is just like shambolic right here. Absolutely shambolic. Like, this is partly what I mean. Like, if we look at this line of approach here from Espion, look where Espion's setting himself up. Like, his line of attack. Like, he's going to beat Remco to the ball most of the time, just because this ball bounces off the wall towards Espion, and it's going away, or, you know, at least perpendicular to Remco. That's why hitting it off the back wall is so effective, is because you're usually hitting it away from the goalkeeper after it bounces, and towards your man who's coming in. But, oh, Maestro is kind of hot, though. Yeah, I'll give that comment an upvote. Oh, not a downvote, an upvote, there we go. But yeah, I don't know. I think Espion just misread it or something. But honestly, his line is a little bit too... it's like there's channels in the pitch. There's channel number 1 on the right, then there's another channel here, another channel in the middle. He's just not close enough to the center when he approaches here. So he opens himself up to being taken out of the game. Like this. That should be a tap in. And then that, speaking of tap-ins, my goodness. Langers are real.
They're going to be trying to carry that momentum, but they're stuck in their own end. Espion over to Quinn. Good awareness. Quinn's got to move this forward quick. A little bit of a flip-flop.
And like, see, Genesis are just panicking. Quinn and Espion managed to dispossess each other with no pressure from Northern. And then Pluto missing a pretty easy save. Like, I know the ball wasn't on target, but you still want to hit that. You don't want to let it hit off the post of your own net. Do you think over zero gives a better dynamic to Gambit, to IBP than Gambit? Absolutely. Like, I said that before the LAN, and I'm not just going to say that to try and, you know, salvage any misprediction, because I didn't predict IBP to win. But what I did say is I thought IBP would do better with over zero than with Gambit, just because the dynamic between over zero and Latch is way better than between Gambit and Latch. Gambit as an individual is a better player than over zero, and over zero would be the first one to tell you that. But for IBP, over zero is a better fit. He's also a LAN boy. When I call someone a LAN boy, that's someone who shows up offline and plays better than they do online.
With less than 15 seconds left, and they're still doing nothing but offense. They're not going to break the way they play, which is perfect for their mentalities. They're not going to change what they do. They're just going to keep doing exactly
what two NA players should Gambit play with? I have no idea. Like, Gambit, for me, I just think he needs to, you know, get healthy again, because he's had the, what's it called? Mental illness, I'm going to call it. You know, he's got to get over that. That's his priority, and I hope he does get over it.
They're not getting dominated. The first game was a little bit of a
he's supposed to be on the mend, so that's good.
This game, though, down by 1 most of the game. They have a shot. Again, it's just the speed. They're a little bit slow. They're letting Northern Gaming play their game. You can't allow.
Was Cuxer a LAN boy? At times, yeah. Cuxer was definitely a LAN boy. At times. It's difficult to call Cuxer a LAN boy, though, because he's so good offline. He's so good online that, you know, anything short of being the best player is not good enough for Cux. Soaring Turtle, thanks for the subscription, dude. I really appreciate it.
It really is. I'm sure they have
Welcome to the team. But yeah, social anxiety is a real thing for
But
Gambit
if you do too many
a
soft
real
touches
thing.
against a team that's always in your face, you're going to lose possession. It's going to be hard to get out of your half. So like you said, if they can get some really good passing plays, it would work. But if they're going to
Crow's a huge LAN boy, absolutely. Every single member of IBP, LAN boys. Weedham, Weedham Northern Gaming. Pluto, take my energy. Let's see, who have we got here? Do I recognize anybody? This is like the front of the crowd. This is Sizz, I believe, and Matt, for those of you who know them online. That's Sizz right there, and Matt. I met them in the outside the gate on the first day. Oh no, I met them the night before. They came by the Players Hotel and we went down to see them. That was pretty cool. Got to meet those guys. I'm not sure if I recognize this guy. But yeah, that's Sizz and Matt. They're A-Money's former teammates, or maybe current teammates. I'm not sure about that team, to be honest.
Let's see if they can feed off the energy. Their energy is coming to them. Give me your energy.
They've got some fans. I think, I mean, both these teams, I know, they're just going to be fighting tooth and nail right now. They really
That's
want
Nux
that
Phoenix
chance.
holding the sign?
Down,
Oh, really?
pressure's high,
That's
the
cool.
stakes are up, but they still have a chance.
Well, we're going to get down into the game as
That's on Northern Gaming looking like they just walked off the beach. Well, to be honest, they probably did, you know.
Going to take it 3-0 Genesis. Going to get that wonderful reverse sweep. We're going to find out right now. The first set of
Oh,
the
we've only
RLCS
missed 10 seconds.
International Finals.
How come people like Kyle Mask didn't get RLCS titles? Why would Kyle Mask get an RLCS title?
Sweet if they drop that one in, but no girl,
Didn't Low 5 kick your ass? I don't think Low 5 like
as Quinn tries to
did anything at the LAN. I just saw him hanging out with like the same two people all the time.
good.
I didn't really see much of him.
But once again, misses there. Pluto sends that way the wrong way. Espeon gonna have to clean that one up.
Best player in the world, Cuxer 97.
Puts it out. Pluto does take that away from Remco. Could have been a shot on net.
That's the 1-2 touches I want to see out of Genesis.
Best player in America, probably Kronovi right now.
Just misdirect. Start passing the ball one direction, tap it another, get it around those people that are in your half. Get it around the Northern Game players that are trying to put pressure on, and you're just removing them from the play.
Espeon, Pluto trying to move forward.
He did get a title? Okay, fair enough. I mean, they gave the title to pretty much anyone who was a sub on like the teams in the on the group stages. I have no idea why they did that. It's just like, how can we make this title like way less cool? I know, let's give it to everybody. Everybody, like, we're giving out titles, one for all of you. You know, here you go. Does everybody have a title? Why not? But yeah, somebody's asking me earlier, why are Northern Gaming so fast? Look at whenever they hit the ball. Who are they hitting it to? They're hitting it to their teammates. They hit it into places that their teammates can deal with it. They are extremely confident when they go to the ball as well. Like, you don't see them going to the ball and second guessing themselves. They just go for it with confidence.
That's going to be a hard spot for Quinn. He does get the touch he needed.
Like, they just put the ball in awkward places. You wouldn't think Kronovi's the best player? He seems too inconsistent. Well, before LAN, my top 3 was Kronovi, Garrett, and Jacob. And Jacob got round 1, and Garrett, you know, lost to the team. Both the teams that IBP beat. So Kronovi's probably the best player in NA right now, for me.
Puts it up, all 3 of those touches. Incredible play to bring them the first goal of this game.
Overzero has his own MVP title. Oh, this is something else actually. I don't think Overzero has an MVP title. Thank goodness, because that would be silly. Like I feel like if it was me, I would only give a title to the champions. That would be sick. Like, no one else gets a title, just the champions. That would be so exclusive. That would be awesome. But yo, this the positioning of these, like day 1, this is like the biggest thing I was complaining about. It's like, what are they doing up here? This should be in the corner. This should be down here. They did change that for day 2, which is pretty awesome. I think that they heard people were complaining about it.
There's Quinn with a shot, but Remco, easy stop there. Pluto to follow it up. Bad touch, and Breezy's going to take that aside. But on the attack still, this could be a scoring opportunity.
Zero's the best. Zero is clutch. Zero's a LAN boy. But I don't think he did the most work for IBP. What a steal by Quinn. Espion's like, I want a goal, give me a goal. And Quinn's like, bang. I mean, Quinn doesn't know if there's a goalie behind him, so he just hits it. But yeah, what are these doing up here? What is this? Get them off the screen. Somebody forgot to click the button. IBP overrated. Nah, Overzero played really well. Whether or not he's MVP, I'm not sure. He definitely scored some big clutch goals. He made some clutch saves. But I think Kronovi did most of the dirty work for IBP. Most of the blocks, most of the dunks, most of the clears. That was Kronovi.
The attack, but they do eventually lose possession. Espeon with a weird touch. That's going to be easy back into the orange side. There's a shot on net. Quinn just getting in the way of that one.
Hey, Spicy J, keep it up. Don't stop at all, Star. Keep climbing. I believe in you, buddy. I believe.
Good touch from Pluto to Espeon. Can they get a play started up there? Quinn a little bit too late to the ball. Stalked out by Northern Gaming. There's Pluto with another setup. Espeon up in the air.
Espeon probably had that, but he could have hit it earlier. Notice he flew like up above it and then died down into it again. That means this route isn't as efficient as it could have been.
They're facing down the barrel right now. One loss and this series will be over, so they are fighting.
Yeah, Latch had some clutch saves and some really, really insane goals, no doubt. Like, the biggest thing that impressed me about Latch's play was that he didn't panic in defense as much as he usually does. He still had his moments of, you know, whoopsie-daisy, rush the ball, or rush to hit the ball away when he had time to control it. But for the most part, he was like a completely different player than the player we've all been criticizing online. And, you know, that's really good to see, because Latch for a while was really losing motivation with Rocket League. And to see him like, oh, what a goal. But yeah, Latch was losing motivation with Rocket League, so it was tough for him to play with Crow and Gambit. And, you know, to see him step up in the month between Gambit stepping down and the LAN, it's good to see.
They're going to take advantage of that and get you stuck in your own end.
Notice that goal that just happened. Greasy pinching the ball with Quinn. Watch out for that happening a lot in the Flipside games. Like, Flipside, they walked into that trap a lot. It's like it's something that offensive teams fall into more than defensive teams. That they I don't know what Greasy's saying here. Like, it would have been cool if Maestro passed it to him, but you should just get down on the ground and try and, you know, do something more reliable. But like I was saying, yeah, aggressive teams, when they let the ball go behind them in the defensive corner, they really shouldn't be trying to you know, go for a pinch with an opponent. Never goes well. Pluto could have gone up for that, but he just wasn't quick enough. Pluto just a little bit not ready for that. If he was in the net, he would have been ready for that. But he was sort of in the middle of the box, so couldn't go. Best offensive and defensive player. Like,
doesn't get what he needs, and Quinn Espeon moving that one up. They're on the attack. Remco the only one in, but he's going to beat out Espeon. Quinn
probably Cuxer in both categories, as stupid as it sounds.
They are committing hard to this one, but
it's too vague. Like, offensive and defensive is very vague, so I'm just going to say Cuxer in both categories. Like, Cux, when he's on his game, is just the best. Like, his peak was much higher than anybody else's peak. I mean, if you had to give defensive player to somebody else, I'd say Kronovi for the LAN was the top defender. Kronovi defended fantastically.
They don't like this overtime situation. A shot on net. Espeon just keeping that one to the side. They need to break out. They're boosted up, but can they get the touches they needed? The contests coming from Northern Gaming are too much right now as it drops in. And
what a shot by Renko.
Northern Gaming
so quick. And look at this set. Like, all Northern are doing is they're hitting the ball high above Genesis net again and again and again. Which means the Genesis have to use boost to get the ball clear. They have to, you know, go for really awkward hits to get the ball clear. And the pressure just got to them eventually. You can't analyze the game if you aren't a pro. I'm sorry, but you can't analyze me analyzing the game unless you're a pro, so just I'd probably, you know, try and use your own logic. Your analysis is meaningless because you're not even pro. Oh, there's two people in a row. That's what I like to see. I like to see people who are willing to just see through the lies and the deceit that is Johnny Boy and call him out on it. That's what I like to see. Two in a row. Poop Nipple 69 and Jackie Strap 1. That's what I like to see. I did get out a challenger in 1v1s. Just, yeah, improve your grind game. Is this going YouTube? Yep. Sad Junior any good? Nope.
Northern Gaming has done so well up until this point. So to be able to do that against a team like that is going to set a really good pace for Genesis going on through the tournament.
Perfect. Well, I'm sure you want to hear from the team that just won. We're going to head down to Golden Boy. And
do I think K-Dub would be a decent fit with Marky and Cux? Yeah, if he could be a bit more social and I'd like to see K-Dop streaming in English. Want you to ban them? Nah, dude. No. Here's Greasy Meister. Maestro lurking in the background.
This crowd, like for the first time ever.
We were really nervous, like when we were standing back there and saw that huge crowd. It's an amazing atmosphere here, and it's really fun playing in front of them.
Awesome. Well, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was done.
Oh, well, excellent. He was done. All right. Now, the other thing I wanted to ask is, it's in regards to Genesis, right? I mean, you guys had the pressure on them. Pretty much the ball was on their side the entire time. What did you tell your team? I mean, you're sitting in the middle. You're trying to coordinate everything. You're the captain. What was going on in the booth?
Just the usual. We don't really.
Just another day at the park?
Yeah, we don't really have any plans for how to play. We just try to rotate and keep the pressure up.
Okay.
Like, don't let them clear ever. So.
Wow. Don't let them clear ever. All right. Well, of course, congratulations. Do you have any words for these people? I mean, they were chanting Genesis. You know, they were firmly against you. You know, so don't believe anything they say. No. Anyway, guys, give it up for Greasy. Give it up. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and toss it over to the analysts. Take it away, boys.
Yo, Golden Boy is like such a lad. Just like to let you guys know that. Golden Boy, top lad. He's really genuine. And like, see when I was watching him and I got to see him like watching the games, you know, I got to see a lot of people like just chilling and watching Rocket League at the LAN. And, you know, he's getting into it like so much. And he's not like a massive Rocket League player. He doesn't have hundreds and thousands of hours. But, you know, he's getting into the games like a ton, which is, you know, really good to see. Yeah, Golden Boy, top lad. He doesn't get enough credit. He's got a tough job.
Thanks a lot, Golden Boy. Spicy match to start out.
Yeah, Greasy's hilarious. It was cool meeting Greasy. He's funny.
Pretty good.
Yeah, they did. Like the first.
Someone I would have loved to watch the Genesis games with is James, but I wish I could just like stand beside James Bot and watch all the Genesis games with him because, yeah, he's a massive Espeon fan. It would have been great to see the emotional roller coaster.
2.5 minutes was like everyone was feeling it out, and then they scored like 4 goals in 2 minutes, and then after that it was a stop basically until game 3.
Yeah, really a team effort.
Axel said spicy a lot. We couldn't really hear the analysts and the casters from in the crowd because it was just too loud.
They're really good. I mean, what more do you
Axel
say?
Toss
Let's
really
check out
brings
some
it down.
highlights. The mobile
Dude,
one, hyper-
this behind this desk, there's like a little bit of a, like, what do you call it? There's like these guys, if this was the floor underneath them, like Gibbs and James Bot are standing on like this platform, and then because Axel Toss is so much taller than them, like they're on a little platform. Like you got Gibbs and James Bot over here, and then you've got Axel Toss to the left of them, and he's just like so tall that he's not even standing on the platform, and he's still like the tallest guy here. That's behind the scenes with Johnny Boy. That's what you get to see if you stand behind this railing. Which when I saw that, I was having a good laugh to myself. I was like, that's how you do the production. That's how you know the production value is not being wasted on anybody.
Performance replay from that match.
Oh, high performance replay, can't wait.
Yeah, it was all.
Axel Toss could definitely learn a thing or two more about the teams. Like he doesn't know, like he doesn't have to know, right? Axel Toss just has to be the in-between guy. He's just like, you know, he's the flow between the conversations. Like Gibbs and James do the conversations about the game, and then you've got Golden Boy doing interviews and like hype, and then the casters actually commentating, and then Axel's just the in-between guy who makes sure everything gets, you know, flowing nicely. And he does an alright job, but I feel like he could definitely educate himself about the teams a little bit more. That would be my main criticism of Axel Toss yourself.
Like someone would miss a ball or Genesis would win a good 50-50, but for the most part, they just beat them in the air every single time.
Did I know about Mike's situation? Yep, I did. Can you easily donate for mobile? I have no idea. No clue.
Is just to get up so quickly, like right there, like another win from Remco, the overtime winner in game 3.
And isn't that great, being able to see an overtime already?
Yes.
Yes, that
nice.
first overtime, and unfortunately for Genesis, you know, in North America, the North American team getting knocked down into the lower bracket, but they still have a chance.
I do want to announce the MVP for that match, if maybe the crowd could help out and make some noise for Maestro.
Oh, the MVP.
On fire.
I swear they only chose him because he's like so good looking. They just wanted to see his picture up on the wall. So like, I think Gibbs and James Bot chose all the MVPs. They were like, oh yeah, I really want to see that picture of Maestro again. Let's call him the MVP so we get to see it. But nah, he was pretty good, not gonna lie. IBP and Flipside being the main team showing emotion. Coincidence they were in the final? No, no coincidence. IBP and Flipside, they were the most stage ready, for sure. Didn't get invited to RLCS because my analysis is garbage. Exactly, dude. Like, I'm glad that you're able to see through the lies, unlike everybody else. But sorry to disappoint you. I'll probably be doing analysis for them in the future. Probably. We'll have to wait and see. So, I guess this will be the last line you'll ever watch.
Getting started here at the RLCS International Final.